All right, so we're diving deep into Where the Crawdads Sing.
Oh, great choice.
This story throws us right into the marshes of North Carolina with Kaya Clark. And to really understand Kaya, we have to understand her resourcefulness, her connection to nature. It's more than just a backdrop, right? It's like almost a character itself, shaping who she becomes.
It really makes you think about how our environment shapes us, sometimes in ways we don't even realize.
Totally. I mean, abandoned at 6 years old, living in that shack, you would expect her to thrive. But she finds a way, she adapts. Think about it, bartering with jumping for gas money just by cleaning mussels.
Exactly. And those mussels, they're not just some random detail. They represent her understanding of the marsh.
Right. Like they're a source of food for her, they're a way to make a living.
It shows a deep understanding of the ecosystem at such a young age. And then there's her trading smoked fish with Mabel for supplies.
That always stood out to me too. Like this girl, dismissed by everyone in Barkley Cove, is out here managing a mini economy.
It challenges you to examine your own perceptions of people, right? She's not just surviving, she's thriving in her own way.
Totally. I remember that part where she describes the marsh as alive, breathing. She sees the tiniest creatures, the tides, everything as part of this intricate web of life.
And don't forget about her feather collection, especially the great blue heron and the tropic bird feathers.
Oh, those were amazing finds. Those weren't just trinkets to her.
They represented something deeper, right? A connection to the marsh, to this untamed, free spirit.
Yes. They were like a symbol of her own resilience, especially against the backdrop of the judgment she faced from the town.
Exactly. Beauty and harshness can coexist, just like they do in nature and in Kaya herself.
It's a powerful image, and it really sets the stage for understanding who Kaya is at her core. And into Kaya's life, we meet Tate Walker, who, in a way, is kind of like Kaya, right? An outsider in Barkley Cove.
Definitely, but he sees something special in her, something most folks in town don't.
Right. They connect on a different level, and it all starts with something as simple as Tate helping Kaya find her way back home.
It's beautifully done how Owens portrays their connection blossoming from that simple act of kindness.
Absolutely. And then he teaches her to read, and suddenly this whole new world opens up to her, right?
Imagine the impact of those old textbooks he brings. He doesn't just teach her the alphabet, he ignites a passion for learning in her.
It's like he empowers her, shows her that knowledge can be a way to escape the confines of her world.
Exactly. Think about it. She goes from struggling to even read to becoming a published author on the natural world. Incredible.
It really shows the transformative power of education and meaningful human connection, something Kaya desperately needs at this point in her life.
And then, of course, comes Chase Andrews, who represents basically everything Kaya's life is not.
Oh, yeah. Chase. Popularity, privilege, that effortless charm that Kaya finds so captivating. It's almost like a moth drawn to a flame, you know? There's this sense of danger lurking beneath the surface.
Definitely. And Owens drops these subtle hints throughout their relationship. Remember how drawn Kaya is to Chase's harmonica playing?
Oh, yeah. At first, it's this beautiful thing that draws them together.
Right. But as the story unfolds, it almost becomes a warning sign, symbolic of the danger Kaya is in.
Like a premonition, right? And then, of course, the unthinkable happens. Jace is found dead at the foot of the fire tower. No footprints. A missing shell necklace. Those red wool fibers found on his jacket. It all points to Kaya.
Owens really knows how to weave a web of suspicion, making you question everything you thought you knew.
I know. It's like that shell necklace, the one Kaya made for Chase, becomes this symbol of their intimacy, now twisted into evidence.
It's heartbreaking, and you see how easily someone like Kaya, living on the fringes of society, could be framed.
And those red wool fibers, a seemingly perfect match to the cap they find at Kaya's place. It feels like an open and shut case.
But Owens is just getting started. This is where she really challenges us to look beyond the surface, to confront our own biases.
It's like she's leading us down this winding path, you know, and just when you think you've figured it out, there's another twist.
Exactly. Just when the evidence against Kaya seems overwhelming, we get that bus ticket alibi.
Right. Like, okay, maybe she's not guilty after all. Maybe there's more to the story.
But then Owens throws in another curveball. That shrimper who claims he saw Kaya's boat out near the fire tower that night.
Yeah, that was a real head-scratcher. Suddenly, that bus ticket doesn't seem so ironclad anymore, does it?
It makes you question everything.
Well,
is the shrimper's memory accurate? Or is he influenced by what everyone else in town believes about Kaya?
It's a good question, and it makes you think, how often does that happen in real life, too? People judge based on assumptions, not facts.
Absolutely. And just when you think the story can't get any more complicated, Kaya's brother, Jody, reappears.
Oh man, Jody coming back into the picture really changes things.
He does. He brings these pieces of their shared past, shedding light on their mother leaving, the trauma that shaped Kaya.
Those paintings their mother made, those were haunting. The perfect family, so different from the reality they lived.
Right. Makes you question the nature of truth, how memory can be both a comfort and a distortion.
And through it all, the marsh is always there, this constant presence in Kaya's life, offering her solace, a sense of belonging.
Exactly. It's like the marsh is a character itself, a silent witness to everything that's happened.
It reminds me of that final scene, Kaya watching the fireflies over the water. So peaceful, so connected to nature.
It really brings the story full circle. You know, it makes you wonder, if the marsh could talk, what would it tell us about that night?
Right. Would it confirm or deny Kaya's innocence? Or maybe reveal something we haven't even considered?
That's the power of Owen's storytelling. She leaves us with more questions than answers, forcing us to think about our own perceptions, our own biases. And isn't that what a great book should do? Make you think, make you feel, and stay with you long after you finished reading.
Absolutely. Where the Crawdads Sing is more than just a mystery. It's a story about survival, about the power of nature, about the complexities of human connection. And I think that's why it's resonated with so many readers.
I agree. It's a story that stays with you long after you've turned the last page.